Hi people, it's Chilli here from Live Listen Erase, and I'm bringing you this 5-minute review episode on the latest album by Journey, Freedom. It sure feels like a retro review week of reviews. This week we have 3 5-minute reviews based on bands that have been around for at least 40 plus years, with Tears for Fears, Jeff Beck, and of course now, Journey. Journey is a band with a long and complex history, and I'm not extremely familiar with the band outside their hit songs. In preparation for this review, I went back to their first self-titled release from 1975 to get a better idea, and to sum up that album, I would say, not bad. That album pleasantly surprised me. The band was formed by guitarist Neil Schon in 1973, and I know Neil's work mostly from his time with Santana, or his solo works, for example, Thunderdome, which is a classic 90s new age album, very akin to Aldi Meola or Mike Oldfield. Other than this, like I said, the only way I really know the band Journey is from a best-of CD that I used to own, as well as this scene from Family Guy.
Hey, that's Journey! Kick ass!
Howard! That is Journey.
Streetlight people.
So most people will know them from their early 80s sound, like Don't Stop Believing, and this sound of 80s arena rock is vastly different to, well, this. I mean, it's even a change of pace to their very early stuff, like this. But this was the change that the band made, and they felt like they wanted to do this at the time, so more power to them, I guess. Of course, I'm not entirely sure how they got from their early sound to the 80s arena music, but they did get there somehow through their evolution. And of course, this must have surprised the Santana fans back in the day. Anyways, fast forward a few decades and lineup changes, and we arrive at Journey's 15th album, Freedom, and the first in 11 years. Also, the first appearance from new bass player Randy Jackson, and we have a lot to cover here. This album is long, with 15 songs running at 73 minutes in total, and the first question I asked myself was, why? Not why is this album so damn long, but why release a new album at all? I mean, if you were listening or watching this video, you were either a fan of Journey or a fan of the channel, and either way I thank you. But I propose this question to you. Is Journey a legacy band? To me, the answer is yes, undoubtedly. So then why release an album if you're a legacy band? It only serves to tarnish your image, really. It doesn't really add value to your back catalogue. The only conclusion I could think of was to tour again. Every band likes to release an album and then tour. It's a common staple in the music industry. Record, tour. Record, tour. I mean, if I'm being honest, the songs are happy tunes to make you feel good, but the music lacks that arena rock sound that they were famous for, and that made them so memorable to begin with. With songs on the new album like Don't Give Up On Us Yet, I have to wonder if they are referring to the band itself instead of alluding to some forgotten love story. I got through the first couple of tracks in this album, and that thought nagged in my head constantly, until I heard You Got the Best of Me, which scratched that itch of arena rock, but barely. Maybe live this song will sound better, but I won't be in the crowd. The guitar work by Neil is stupendous as ever, with some interesting riffs and parts in songs like on Live to Love Again and Still Believe in Love. Seriously, what's with every second track having to do with love? The last song, Beautiful As You Are, is a glorious piece for sure, and it really shows the band shining. Despite my aforementioned gripes with the band, I did find myself enjoying this album. Even though it's a long one, it didn't feel tedious in length, but maybe 2 or 3 songs could have been cut. Journey have certainly showed some evolution from the band of the 80s to become, I guess, a quasi-new age rock band who write the odd ballad and arena rock song, but for most part, this is a new age band in sound. I wouldn't play this album at a party to liven it up. I would leave that to their earlier material. but I wouldn't mind this in a different setting, and their newer style is better than what Def Leppard had attempted earlier. FYI, I covered Def Leppard's newest album in a 5-minute review a few weeks ago, so go check that out if you're interested in that. And regarding the Def Leppard 5-minute review, I'll mention the same point I did on that review, which is that the 80s sound is back in the charts. Of course, with Kate Bush hitting the charts again, and a few other various 80s artists. And everyone wants to recreate that 80s sound in their new music. But I don't think a group of aging musicians who, while they were the creators of the 80s sound, should try to recreate it in the new age. Instead, they should change with the times. Journey have shown that they have done this on this album. Overall, I give the album 850,000 chilies on the spicy scale, with standout tracks being Still Believe in Love, You Got the Best of Me, and Beautiful As You Are. This was a tough album to review, but given their choice to adapt and overcome, I think it's not a bad album to listen to. Thank you for listening to this episode of 5-Man Reviews. I am Chilli. Do the socials, and you have a great day out there. Thank you for tuning in to this episode of Live Listen Erased. And if you have enjoyed this episode, make sure you share it with all your friends. Don't forget to subscribe to our Chilli Con Carnage Crew so you can get notified for all the future videos that we put out, as we put out videos every Friday. Also, we are on Discord, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter over at Live Listen Erased, so make sure to tune in over there. And don't forget to like this video so that our manager can stay very happy.